Oscar November 8. Oh, dear. I got to write these down. Okay. Oscar November 8. Could you give me another call, please?
Yeah, of course I can, Jeff. Victor Echo 9 Delta Mike, Oscar November 8 Echo India. You're 15, nearly 20 over 9, and the name is John. Over.
Roger, Roger. I'm just trying to put you in my log. Oscar November 8 Echo India. There we go. Thank you very much. Very, very nice signal this afternoon. I guess the conditions are very good between here and Belgium. My name is Jeff, Juliet Echo Foxtrot Foxtrot, and excuse me, I see you are a rag tour, it says on your website. Well, thank you very much. I am too. I kind of, excuse me, I've been a ham since 1960, so I've done quite a bit, and I've been inactive since the 80s, and when COVID came around, boy, that's what got me going. I had to do something, and this is our ski chalet. I'm located at Foley Mountain, a small ski hill in southeast New Brunswick, and unfortunately, I've got neuropathy in my legs, so I can't ski anymore. I used to work here as a ski instructor, and our permanent QTH is in St. John, New Brunswick, which is about 100 kilometers southwest of here. ON8EI from VE9 Delta Mike.
Yeah, Roger. Well, thank you very much for the rundown, Mike, or even Jeff. And VE9 Delta Mike, Oscar November 8 Echo India. And as you were speaking, I was listening, and I was also looking at the photos, and they look great. And of course, if you're in the shack and you feel a little tired, there's a nice bed there you've got. Over. Are you still there, Jeff? Over.
Yes, I'm sorry. I was just putting my supper in the oven, and I thought I could make it before you came back. Yeah. Yes, that bed is my girlfriend's bed. She uses it, and I have a bedroom downstairs because there's a bathroom that's right next to the bedroom, and that's what I need at my age and with my physical conditions. But the signals are extremely good. You're 5.9 plus, and I guess I am too. And I was wondering, I was looking at your webpage, but I haven't. What are you using? It says Hermes Light. You're not using that. Well, is that what you're using? Over.
Yes, that's what I'm using for my sins. Over.
Is that a radio, Hermes Light?
Yes, it is. It's probably about the size of maybe 3 packets of cigarettes side by side. So that's it. That's the radio I'm using. Over.
Wow, and the ACOM, is that right?
Yeah, I've got the ACOM 1200S. Now the attenuator is taken out, so I'm looking at the power meter on the software. Probably about 3 watts on the peak, and that's giving me about just under 500 watts, Jeff. Over.
Okay. Turn the amplifier off and let me see if I can hear you. Over.
Yeah, okay, here we go. And one moment, I'm just going to Victor Echo 9 Delta Mike, Oscar November 8 Echo India on about 3 watts. Over.
Awesome. That is fantastic. That's unbelievable. Well, I kind of figured it would be because conditions are really, really good. And I'm sure that if I dropped down to 5 watts, that would do it too. I can't believe I've never heard of this Hermes radio because I've been, as I said, I've been around for a long time, and I thought that I knew everything. And I'm looking at your webpage with this. Do you have the solid state power amplifier? Over?
Yeah, Roger, Roger. The ACOM, the 1200S, that is a solid state amp. But I also have another radio. I wonder, have you ever heard of a radio from Apache Labs? Over.
Yeah, I've heard of that one, the Anan. And are you using, how much power does that put out?
Yeah, the Anan 7000. That's on the right hand side of me in the shack. That puts out 100 watts. But I also have an amplifier that goes with it coming from VK, and that will give me, you know, a kilowatt if I want. But I normally operate 450, 500 watts. Over.
Okay, yeah, I'm looking at it. This is that there's a picture of you? Oh yeah, okay, on the tricycle. I was a big cyclist in my day, and my girlfriend and I have bicycled. Oh my God, we used to do maybe 5,000 kilometers in the summertime, and then it dropped down to 3,000 for quite a while, and then of course as we got older we couldn't do it anymore. This Hermes, I'm still looking at your web page, and I'm fascinated with it, and this is really nice. And I'd never heard of the Hermes radio. That is crazy. How long have you been using that, and what did you have for radio before that? Over.
Yeah, I've got the Hermes probably about 2 years, but before that, I had the Anan, which I still have, and in fact, I was so impressed with the Hermes, I even bought another one as a spare. Over.
How much are they?
Probably about maybe $350, something like that. Over.
And where are they made?
Where most things are made, the People's Republic. Over.
But are they? Where does the? So is that where you buy them from? Like they don't. I know that most of the radios, like Flex and so on, are made in China, but the home office is in Texas. And so the home office for yours is in China, is that right?
Negative, because it doesn't work like that. All you're buying from China is just a little, circuit board box. The magic happens with the software, and the software is open source. So the software is free and it's updated regularly. But I don't go for the updates because I have a rock solid version from November of even 2023, and that really is rock solid. Every day I turn on that radio, it works, and it never gives a day's trouble. Over.
Yeah, well, that is what you want. I had a Flex. I had a Flex 1500, and then I went to a Flex 3000, and I just didn't like it. Anyway. Then excuse me. Since the 80s, well, I had a really nice radio station in the 80s, and I was running like 2 kilowatts with tower and a Mosley TA36. And so on and so forth. But my neighbors complained. I got the Department of Communications over. They checked. There's nothing wrong with my radio. I tried to placate all my neighbors, but one day I came home from work and I found all my wire antennas on the ground. So I got the message. I sold all my stuff. This would have been 1986, 87. And I never got back on ham radio again until COVID came out. So I got back into ham radio then. That was 3 or 4 years ago, and I'm not very active because this is our ski chalet. It's a winter location, but because of the area, I can put my antennas up here and not have a problem. So that's why I'm here, and my girlfriend's gone to a ping pong tournament. And so I'm alone here, and I'm playing with my radio. Excuse me. Where is it? I didn't write it down. Oh my God. ON8EI from VE9 Delta Mike.
Yeah, Roger. Well, that sounds terrible. What happened? And that's the way sometimes people can go. But till now, I've been in this house for 33 years, no, 30 years. Until now, touch wood, no one has said anything. And also, it's how can I say? I bought the house because of the ground at the back. Over.
Oh yeah, for sure. Anyway, my girlfriend, I got divorced back in the 80s and lived a single life for 7 or 8 years, and then I started a bicycle club, and my girlfriend, this lady joined, and she has since been my partner, and we've been together for 30 years or so. Anyway, she didn't know anything about ham radio. I had totally got rid of ham radio before I met her, and she's very independent and she knows how to look after herself. So when COVID came along, I started getting into ham radio. What's this? Who are you talking to? What are all these? I don't understand what's going on. I don't understand your language, QTH, QRZ, all that stuff. So I don't want you talking to anybody on that radio when I'm around because I don't know what they're saying. So don't use the ham radio when I'm around because I don't like it. Over.
Yeah, well, no, my wife is the total opposite. She supports the hobby. The first time she came to the house, she went upstairs and she saw the shack. Now, later what happened, we got married and then we had 2 harmonics and one of them needed a bedroom. So the shack had to go and I went outside. But outside wasn't great because in the winter it was too cold and in the summer it was too warm. And, you'd want it be a dark night with the rain and you had no motivation to go out. So slowly but surely we extended the house and I managed to get one of the bedrooms back. So before that was a bedroom and then it became her sewing room. And then we converted the attic, well, she did, the sewing room up to the attic and the shack then went to the sewing room. So it all worked out very well. But no, my wife is great. If I need help with antennas or anything to do with the radio or anything to do with any hobbies, she supports and I do the same. Just to tell you about cycling, I've been a long distance cyclist. So are you familiar with long distance cycling? Over.
Yes, we did tons of it. We bicycled with our friends from here down the coast until we saw the high rises of Boston, and then we turned around and came back. This is on US 1 because it has a nice shoulder. Then twice, we have taken the train to Quebec City, put the bicycles in the baggage car. The train arrives in Quebec City about 5:30 in the morning. It's daylight because we went when there's the most light. They unload the bicycles, we jump on the bikes and start biking back to the home QTH here in New Brunswick, St. John, New Brunswick, which it took us probably 4 days, 4 days to get back here. And we carry our luggage, but we do not, we carry credit cards. So we always stay in hotels. We have a nice hot shower and liquor, and all we need to carry with us is a change of clothes. Over?
Yeah, Roger. Victor Echo 9 Delta Mike, Oscar November 8 Echo India for ID. So I wonder, are you familiar with some of the long distance cycling they do in Europe? For example, did you ever hear of the Paris-Brest? Over?
Oh, yes, I have. And by the way, when I met my girlfriend, she had bicycled across Canada twice. The first time she did not succeed, so she went back again the next year, whatever, and she did it, and most of it was by herself. Over?
Yeah, Roger. Well, just to tell you, I rode the Paris-Brest in 91 on the trike, and the trike was made in 1957. Over?
Oh my God, you like torture, is that it?
Yeah, Roger, Roger. Well, I really like trikes, and the reason I rode trikes was started riding them was I was in Ireland cycling on two wheels, and we were out in the countryside. It was February, and I slipped off on black ice, and then I moved to the UK, and I saw these guys on lightweight trikes, and I said I'll have a go, and it was love at first sight. Over.
Well, I've met people who like recumbents and so on, but I'm sorry. Now I would be interested in a trike because I have neuropathy in my legs. And speaking of that, our ski hill now has lift-assisted mountain biking and these fantastic trails. It's a small mountain and the elevation is next to nothing, but you should see what they do with the elevation. It's amazing, and they spent tens of thousands of dollars having these trails groomed. But anyway, I've been using it for about 2 or 3 years, and I love it. Finally, I bought myself and my girlfriend says, no more riding on the road. You're not stable enough anymore on the road. You wobble, and sometimes you fall, and you could easily lose your balance and fall right in front of a big lorry, as you people call them. So I still have all my road bikes, but I bought this really high-end mountain bike. I'm only 5'3" or so I bought extra small, which is of course going to be very, very hard to get rid of. Anyway, it's dual suspension and electric, and it's got a big battery. Oh my God, it is fantastic. And my goal is to get myself well enough to ride it again, and I really hope that I can. But anyway, right now I have problems walking, so I have to build up my strength so that I get enough balance to get on the bike. But I'm dying to get at it. And as I said, both of us are really keen bicyclists. We have two high-end bike trainers, one in this house and one in St. John. We got two of everything, and we definitely work out and try and keep in shape. Over.
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't go down the trike recumbent. Over.
Well, actually, maybe now it might be comfortable for me, but I like the traditional bike. I really do. And I'm looking at you turning around a corner on that three-wheel bike, and I hate to say it, but that's the last thing I'd want to do. Over.
Yeah, Roger. Well, that's fun of the games because it's amazing. Many people. I remember going to Ireland with that trike and taking part in it's only a day ride at the Wicklow 200, and people were very suspect. They'd never seen a lightweight trike, and they thought you're going to be left behind on the hills. Well, I wasn't, and in many cases I was faster on the descent than these guys on their two wheels. Over.
Oh, well, yeah, you're heavier. The heaviest bike goes down the hill the fastest. Over.
Yeah, Roger. Plus, you can be more daring on three. Although, and here's another thing that people don't realize, most people think that three wheels is easy. Three wheels is harder. It's a challenge. Over.
Oh, I'm sure it is. And I don't need any more work, so that's why I don't have one. I've had enough. I'm looking at your QRZ page. It's very nice. And gee, I did something with my mouse, and I X'd out of QRZ while I was talking to you. We don't have you in here again. Now I got to put you. So how did you end up in Belgium and you speak English without an accent? Over?
Yeah, Roger. Well, how I ended up in Belgium was in 1980. Belgium was 150 years old, and my mother saw an ad for host families. You could go to Belgium. I think we paid the fare, and you'd be hosted for 10 days and brought around Belgium to celebrate 150 years. I went to where I am now, and my brother went to another part. He didn't enjoy himself, but I had a great time. I always kept in touch with the people, and when it was time to settle down and buy a house, I couldn't buy one in London because they were just too expensive. But I noticed the prices here at that time were quite decent. So I said I'd come over and give it a go. They said, that's fine, but don't go and live and waste your money in an apartment. Buy a caravan, live on a camping site, see how you like it. I did see how I liked it. I liked it. And then I bought a house and I was able to sell the caravan. So it all worked out well, over.
What do you do for a living?
Yeah, I drive a truck, over.
Oh my God. So do you drive all over Europe?
Negative. Luckily, I work in a big logistics center. There's probably about 200 gates. So I think my maximum distance is about 3K, over.
Okay, excuse me. Can you speak any other languages besides English?
Yeah, well, I speak the local language. But if people want to speak English to me, I do also, over.
What's the local language?
Yeah, the local language is Dutch, over.
And you can speak Dutch?
Well, I know a few words, over.
Okay. Oh my God. Well, while you're talking, I've been going through your QRZ page, lovely QRZ page, and I noticed that your son made it. I did my QRZ page, but I think I got a little help from my girlfriend. We owned the computer stores before I retired, so both of us were pretty savvy on computer stuff. And when we retired, I was going to get into ham radio. My girlfriend said, "You should get rid of all that junk and buy yourself a high-end computer and make sure you stay on top of things." So I do both. I do have I have a high-end computer here, and I have another one at our home QTH, and I do spend time at it. But it changes so fast that you have to. It's very hard to stay up on it, but I do. And oh yeah, we were talking about the Flex, but I mean, I knew the computer end of it. I just like knobs and bells and whistles. So when I was planning to buy another radio, there's the FTDX 101, the 10. There's so many versions of it, and I was talking to various other people. And I said, well, which one's got the biggest face and the most number of knobs? And they said, oh, well, the FT 101 for sure. So I bought that instead of the FTDX 10 and what is it, 999 or something. Anyway, and I love it, and there's still things. I've had this radio now for 2 years. There's still things about it that I don't know how to use, like the to receive. I never use that because I'm not into contests. I should learn how to use the clarifier, but I haven't. And meanwhile, I've got a solid state. It's an Ameritron ALS 1300 amplifier, and I love it. I've had I rebuilt an old Heathkit SP220, and that thing is a pain in the ass to run compared to solid state amplifier. Once you go solid state, boy, it's pretty hard to go back. Anyway, I better go soon because I put my supper in the oven. I got to keep an eye on it. But this is an interesting conversation. Over.
Yeah, Roger. And by the way, Jeff, you came up to 20, even if I may say 22 over 9. Over.
Wow. Well, you're 10 over 9 for sure. And I didn't really watch very closely, but you have a gorgeous signal. And what are you using for antenna right now?
Yeah, the antenna at the moment is a 10-element 5-bander, and on this band it's a Moxon, and it's about 14 meters above the ground. Over.
Yeah, no wonder it sounds so good. Plus you're running, what, 700 or 800 watts, right?
Oh, negative. No, I'm looking at the power meter. Probably about 450. Over.
Well, it's still... If you put it up to 700 or 800, I'm sure I would not notice the difference. Excuse me, I'm really getting a frog in my throat. The sun's going down now, and it's getting really dark in here. when I first started talking to you, it was daylight, but now it's really getting dark. So I better say 73 so I can run around, turn all the lights on, and check out my supper. But it has been a very interesting conversation, and you should have put a picture of your truck on the website. So you deliver stuff from place to place all day long. Is that it? Over?
Negative, no, because it's a logistics center. So all I'm doing is putting trailers on the gates and taking them away. And the ones I take away, well, many of them, I get them ready so that they can leave the compound. Over.
Wow. Okay. Well, very interesting. I'm going to say 7-3. I hate to, but it is seriously, it is very dark in here. It's almost total darkness. So this is silly. I better get going and turn the lights on. So 7-3, and I really did enjoy the conversation. I like working DX, but I also like chatting as long as they're a recent. I don't really feel like starting chatting to somebody who's 500 miles away or in Montreal or something, because I like talking to people who live in foreign countries, as the Americans call them. ON8EI, this is VE9 Delta Mike.
Yeah, Roger. Well, if you get a moment and you've had your evening meal and maybe your dessert, have a look at YouTube and give in my my call sign, and you'd never know what you might see. Over.
All right, I'm going to do that. I will. By the way, those Anon radios, where are they built?
I think they're the one I have was made in India. Over.
But where's their head office? Like, where's their headquarters?
Yeah, Roger. Well, it's kind of, I won't call it a one-man band, but there's not a load of people there. I think now they have a place in California. But, you'll see all the details. You can see it anyway on my QRZ page. And if you go to YouTube, as well as giving in my call sign, you can see other people operating these radios. As I told you before, Jeff, the magic is the software. Over.
Okay, very good. Well, thank you very much for the QSO, John. It was nice talking to you. I'm going to say 73 and look after my supper. ON8EI from VE9 Delta Mike.
Yeah, and just one final question for you, Jeff. What is for supper? Over.
Oh, frozen meat pies.
Yeah, well, it's at least you'll be filled when you finish it. Anyway, till the next time, Jeff, if you hear me, give me a call, and I'm going to do the likewise because, as I said on my QRZ page, I'm a rag chewer. Till the next time, Jeff, and greetings to the lady of the house when she comes back from her ping pong. Victor Echo 9 Delta Mike, Oscar November 8 Echo India, and bye-bye from Belgium. Over.
Okay, 7-3, thank you very much. And when she comes home, the TV will be on, the lights will be on, and she will never know anything. Over.
Yeah, that'll be our secret. Over.
7-3.
Yeah, bye-bye.